Okay, so let's talk about the viral TikTok video called She Deserves the Purse. The original content creator posted a picture of a purse, and in the section of a Walmart or Target, and basically wrote that to the mom, that works hard, does whatever she can, this is for you, highlighting that we see you, we see what you're doing, and you deserve the purse. You deserve to buy something extra for yourself. And to me, this is just a very kind gesture to bring awareness to the sacrifices that mothers make. People had a problem with it. This trend quickly rose, but at the same time, it was very easy for people to start to say, hey, I think I deserve something, so let me go into this baby section and start destroying these products and open it up in hopes that there's money in there. And some people were saying, hey, why is this only directed at mothers? Well, mothers are typically the ones that are spending money on the household and on the families. There are statistics that back this up. So in general, women tend to spend more on household and baby items compared to men. For example, women are more likely often the primary grocery shopper in households. About 78.2% of women report handling a majority of the grocery shopping responsibilities, while men only 42% of men claim the same. When children are involved, it tends to become more pronounced, with 80% of women being primary grocery shoppers. And this is an analysis from the Capital One Shopper. And this is the average consumer spending among single families. And they're just comparing it to female versus male. And they're pulling this information from sources like the U.S. Procurement Strategic Value, Why Gender Responsive Procurement Makes Business Sense, or U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, and CPI Inflation Calculator, the World Bank Financial Consumer Expenditure. So they're pulling this from credible sources. That is the reason why the movement is more focused towards women, and we see other women trying to help other women. Now let's talk about the two negatives of it. One is I'm going to address the content creator that was speaking about this, and the other one is how I feel like the movement has become already sabotaged before it can even really take off, in ways that we can I guess implement a strategy to take the power back, and also actually, if we're serious, make this a real thing for women.
Mother or parent, oh, she deserved the purse. So they're leaving $20 bills in diaper boxes, in the lids of baby formula, so that the next mother or parent that goes and buys these products will be able to have a little extra spending money to buy what they want. And while I do agree that mothers, parents, people with children do deserve to buy themselves treats, gifts, things that they want, it really rubs me the wrong way that this narrative that like people go without because of their children, or that they're like sacrificing, or that they are struggling because of a choice that they made. That mother deserves the purse, but she chose to have children instead. And in the same breath, we're advocating for parental leave, expanding the child tax credit, all of those things. So don't come for me and saying that I'm not fighting for those things and I'm hating on the parents specifically. They made their decisions and they have to live with them. And so it's always this weird narrative, this always shift onto other people that we need to support these parents in supporting them in parenthood when they chose to have children. Arguably, there's not that same energy when it comes to people that don't have children. Yes, it takes a village to raise a child, but when you know that you're bringing a child into an economic situation that isn't going to be beneficial to you or said child, I think that's really fucking strange. I find it incredibly harmful, especially in a post-Roe world where we're actively fighting for reproductive rights, where it's not in combination. If these people did not choose to have children, these are the harmful repercussions. This is why we don't need abortion bans. This is why we don't need lack of access to contraceptives. But it's this constant narrative that like, oh, motherhood, parenthood, having children is a sacrifice. Don't have them then. You won't have to sacrifice. I think it's really bizarre that you can comment on a video that you actually didn't watch and fully understand. The last thing in that video that I'm critiquing is people giving money and supporting people in need. I'm talking about the normalization and glamorization of suffering. I think so many people are getting stuck on the fact of $20 bills and people being like, you're so upset about a small act of kindness. No, I'm talking about the institutions and larger scheme of why mothers need help. I think there's all this social acceptance and social awareness that, oh, mothers struggle, mothers need help, mothers need assistance, all of that. And funny how none of that energy and none of that language, none of those conversations spark into, hey, how about we actually get resources? How about we actually get parental leave? How about we actually get childcare? How about we actually get affordable wages? How about we actually get education? How about we actually get healthcare? But instead, you don't want to hear those points. You don't want to listen. You want to go, why can't you just be happy for the small acts of kindness? The strange thing about community is that I'm over here talking about these issues and trying to highlight the issues that are actually affecting this woman, and you don't want to hear about those, you don't want to talk about those, and you want to just simply focus on this small act on a person-to-person basis. What does that actually add to the conversation? I think it's really bizarre that you can
talking about the movement, and in a nutshell, he's like, people shouldn't be choosing struggle, and it seems like we're probably enabling struggle by doing these types of things. That's what you can kind of gain from this video if you watch it. And to me, this is one of the issues of having one of those platforms. You just have one of those high opinionated platforms where you're always talking about social problems and things that are affecting our society, is that people are going to disagree with you. I follow this content creator and his sister, and from what I can say, the reason why he even had to make a follow-up video, because people were calling him out. They were saying, you don't like women. He was coming off as very harsh, and although I understand what he's talking about, it is kind of harsh because we don't live in a perfect world where people are able to sit down and really plan out if they want to have a family or not, really think before they do their actions. And I'm not trying to coddle women and make women seem like they're these beings that are incapable of thinking ahead and realizing that they're going to struggle, so maybe they shouldn't have a kid. No, that's not what I'm doing. We live in a society where not everyone has access to certain things. It could be based on education, it could be based on money, it can be based on a lot of things. And there's hardly any real government policies that help support families and help support mothers. Maternity leave is a joke. It's just women are placed in a more vulnerable situation anyway, just being in America. So for him to say this, I understand why a lot of people have that backlash. And I even commented under his video saying, unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world. They did not start this movement to beg or incentivize struggle, because a lot of mothers resonated with this movement. They saw the struggle, they saw how hard it is, and it was started out of an act of kindness. And so to me, this is kind of what happens when you have a platform where you're highly opinionated, and there's nothing wrong with speaking out against a lot of things that happen in society, but sometimes we make things overly complicated when they don't have to be. Like being able to see mothers for what they do and what they contribute to the household and what they contribute to their family. So the fact that he couldn't understand this and he just started talking about needing a helping hand or whatever, like don't have kids, that's the easy fix. Everyone always says that, but it's not really possible unless we're living in a perfect society, and we don't. So now let's get into people going around vandalizing the stores. So people have been going through these sections of Walmart and Target looking in these baby items for money, because this is a trend that is on social media. It has gained a lot of popularity. It has gone viral, and so it's very easy to exploit this trend. And so dishonest people are just starting to dig through the products, and it's really sad. I feel like if women really want this trend to flourish into something bigger, then they're going to have to rethink the way we go about it. Maybe start a nonprofit organization or some type of program that is designed to help add additional help to families, because this would be more secure and it would make more sense, unlike the leaving money inside of the baby products, because now people are going to know, and they're people are dishonest, so they're going to know, and so they're going to take advantage of it. And then there are some people that believe, man, that why do they deserve this? I deserve the purse too. Like, dude, you're a whole hardback man, get a job. But anyways, that was that for this video. Let me know in the comment section if you think how you feel about this trend, if you think it's interesting. that is designed to help support families and provide additional support. That way it would be a more secure way of helping these families. Because as quickly as this trend rise and grew popularity, fast as it fell because of how people are, and it really is unfortunate, but this could be the start of something great. Who knows? Thanks for checking out my video. Although the movement rise and fell ever so fast, who knows, maybe this is the start of something more. Although the movement rised and fell ever so fast, who knows, maybe this is the start.